I'm hoping that's what happens.
I don't think that's what happens. I think everyone just starts like ripping their dicks off every time we start talking.
Yay.
Yay.
That's well. Do you mean furiously wanking?
No, I mean just literally grab and then you sort of go to the left and just tear the whole thing straight off your body.
Single movement.
Yeah, Just like,
I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
hello! After much time away, welcome back to the podcast full of frivolity and shenanigans. My name is Matt, and speaking of frivolity and shenanigans, this is my co-host Lewis.
Hello!
Hello. Welcome to our ramblings on video games and such. For some reason I'm playing with a screwdriver that spins in front of the microphone. That's probably not going to be the best for audio, but that's the kind of professional work you get with this podcast. So we talk about video games and make lols because that is what we do.
Yeah,
we thought we'd record it and make the mad internet monies out of it.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's all about.
That's what happens.
That's what happens. You just talk into a microphone, say a couple of jokes, and then bang.
Just money happens.
Yeah, just make the people just make it rain all around you.
Someone's just appeared now.
Yeah, he's just throwing pennies in my face. Ow.
It starts small and painful.
What's that fucking Sylveon? He's throwing pennies. Why is he picking on me? He's normally...
Hey, fuck off.
Recurring jokes. Hey!
It's been quite a while.
It's been quite a while.
Yes. I've been going through some employment-related changes and stuff, and that's why I've been kind of out of the loop for a while now.
I've just been injecting heroin into my eyes, so I don't know.
Go for it.
Yeah, I've just been developing a serious smack habit, so...
Yeah,
but now I'm out of money, so I need this gig to kind of get it back on track, so that's why I picked it back up.
Yeah, we both had stuff going on, but...
Yeah. We both got things going on.
We've got big stuff going on.
So let's just start off, we'll go talk about games, shall we?
Yeah.
Like we've been playing.
Yeah. It's good. We've been playing quite a few of the same games, so...
I know.
For once there's
It's like for friends, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Friends.
It's almost like we did just meet in the street one day.
Yeah, I was out there. Well, you were my smack dealer, weren't you?
Yeah.
Smack as well as heroin. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. My mate, that's what I meant about the employment-related situation.
Yeah, I ran out of money to pay you for the smack.
Exactly. But yeah.
WildStar. We've been playing WildStar.
We have been playing WildStar. We've been playing it a bit. Haven't really got very far. Keep re-rolling characters. Trying them all out and everything, but
it's very stylized.
Yes,
you know, it's nice. Every MMO is going to get compared to World of Warcraft, so let's just get out of the way.
Yeah. It's World of Warcraft
in space.
Yeah. But it's not the Old Republic, which is also World of Warcraft in space.
Yeah, it's like...
No, in fairness to WildStar, it does enough differently to be interesting and unique.
That said, the Ice Start style reminds me of Ben 10. Have you ever seen Ben 10?
No.
Oh well, someone's seen Ben 10. You'll agree with me, won't you, microphone? Microphone's agreeing with me.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks like a comic book in space, in my opinion. It feels very kind of like cartoon stylized.
Yeah.
It feels like a Saturday morning cartoon in space. Is that better?
Yeah, but Ben 10 just...
Yeah, so that's a bit too oddly specific for current... just apparently other people have some things to do instead of staying up on a Saturday morning to watch kids' cartoons and CITV.
Yeah, I've got other stuff to do, like...
Trying to figure out who else to sell smack to now.
Yeah, I've been going in the street. You think it's easy living in Stevenage, like, sick burn.
Get some burn cream out for that one.
Yeah, so, WildStar... Control's nice, seems fairly interesting. Story's kind of cool, like the humour in it. It's a refreshing change to see a game that is fairly hardcore in its mechanics but doesn't take itself too seriously. It's got a combination of sort of target and a freeform combat, but it's well telegraphed. Mm-hmm. So what I mean by that is, like in WoW, it's target based. You target someone and your attack hits them. You target a thing and your attack is there. In this, it's sort of freeform, you're running around and using your attacks and stuff, but it telegraphs the attack with markings on the floor so that you can see where you're going to be hit or where you're going to hit and stuff. it's gone that one step further away from targeting combat that Guild Wars 2 just couldn't quite make with the telegraph and stuff. Like,
it's more like Neverwinter, really, isn't it? Because Neverwinter does that to a certain degree in terms of like target reticles, so you can see like big attacks and you can and it does that whole kind of like double tap dodge thing as well. So
it just seems to control a bit smoother than.
Oh yeah,
I'm quite enjoying it. We haven't unlocked the. I've heard you get to play Animal Crossing when you hit level 14.
Yeah, making your own house in your own area.
Haven't quite got there yet.
One day.
Because...
hopefully in a week.
Yeah.
That's how long my trials. And then I've got to get back on the smack. So.
Like a million characters at level 10, but just haven't managed to get one of them to 14 yet. So yeah, first impressions of that seem pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still at the stage where, I mean, you've played more of it than I have because you've got more characters throughout the tutorial, so I think you're kind of a bit more versed in the world than I am, where I'm still on my like first character.
Yeah.
So I'm still kind of getting lost in all the shiny things.
Yeah.
But I mean, everything looks really, really nice. Everything's very polished.
Yeah.
You know, and it appeals to my aesthetic sensibility in terms of looking very kind of. It's something. Anything that I think I'd like when I was 10 would generally stuff I'd like now. And Wildstar looks like something I thought would be just freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Like talking on the playground and stuff like that. And now we're talking on the virtual playground.
Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping that the fatigue doesn't set in.
Yeah, that kind of anywhere between 2 weeks and a month is sort of when, if you can still find the one to play it,
interesting and unique at that point.
then you're generally probably in it for the long haul then, aren't you? Once you get past the initial gloss.
Yeah. So it's just fun and new and everything, but then later on it turns out it isn't that new and the subtle
slows down,
differences start to fade out, and it just becomes WoW with a slightly different art style again.
Yeah.
Speaking of WoW, I won't be going back to Bumlords of Gaynor.
Oh yeah, well it's Draenor's now.
Yeah.
I've seen people playing, like, streaming like the alphas and stuff for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think we've talked about this in the previous podcast, haven't we? About obviously where my World of Warcraft expertise ends and yours kept going. My mind stopped sort of halfway. Actually began on the Burning Crusade and stopped halfway through the Burning Crusade. Actually, no, right at the very start of Wrath of the Lich King was where it stopped.
Yeah.
Because I just kind of got... I don't know, I just didn't see the reason of continuing to play a game when I could make a character that was like pretty much max level with the Death Knights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel kind of melt that progression out of the way.
Yeah.
If you want...
I finally fatigued of it.
Yeah,
You know,
I think everyone gets fatigued on it after a while when it's not new.
The thing for me is Blizzard need to make character transfers free, because I played all over the place with loads of friends, and just realm-locked games can piss off. I know Wildstar is one, and we've just started playing that.
I'm sure Wildstar can piss off eventually.
Yeah, eventually, but just realm-locked games can piss off now.
Put that on the box. Wildstar can piss off eventually.
Yeah, but not now. Yeah. I'm sure I'm going to get annoyed with it at some point. I'm trying really hard to make sure it doesn't happen by making all of my characters right at the start all on the same world. But I'm sure at some point I'm going to have to move to players that will say, I just don't know why more games can't do it the way Guild Wars 1 did it. Even Guild Wars 2 doesn't do it the right way, which they did. I mean, they went from the right way to the wrong way.
Well, I think it's more of a kind of middle layer market in terms of, I mean, like I say, MMOs have to kind of cater to, as they say, the filthy casuals now, don't they? Otherwise you can't, it's like the hardcore market kind of.
Yeah, but surely they're going to put the filthy casuals off. It's like, oh hey, I played this game, play it with me. Oh hey, I started playing that game, I got to level 20. Oh, what world are you on? Oh, that's not my world, we can't play together, you have to start again. Mum,
can I borrow 20 quid to pay for the world transfer?
Yeah, exactly. Just fucking scum, bollocks, wank, shit. Anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty much what Warcraft for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Scum, wank, bollocks, piss.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh,
job done.
Oh! That was good.
I know, right? I'll pull that out of nowhere.
Oh.
Warcraft, that's more Warcraft 3.
That was some delicious comedy.
That was delicious.
I'm all full. Yeah.
We still got ways to go.
We have. Let's
maybe
move on.
something something newer. No, not as new as Wildstar, because it's been out for a while, but something we've just recently picked up on playing on. It's Guns of Icarus.
Yes.
Holy shit, Guns of Icarus.
Holy shit, Guns of
Icarus.
Awesome, or as I like to call it, Awesome Skies of Arcadia Ship Battle Simulator Online Extreme Edition.
With cats.
Exactly.
Well, there's no cats.
There's no cats.
Put that on the box as well. With cats! Style.
Yeah, I've been loving it.
So yeah, team-based ship combat. where there's no so much character damage. You will control one member of a crew, of a 4-man crew of a ship that are just blowing the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
That's with guns, not with anything else. It's not some sort of weird prostitution simulator.
well,
it can
they've
be,
got the adventure mode coming soon.
Yeah.
It's pirate themed. There might be saucy wenches.
Steampunked wenches, eventually, who knows? Take them back to the cab. There's no cabins in there, is there?
No.
We just do it next to the potted plants.
MTX upgrade.
Buy your own shag pad.
Brilliant. Yeah, it's been hilarious.
Yeah. It's we've been playing through. I don't know. It's a lot to try and explain all at once, but it's class based, and you can switch classes whenever you like. You can level up those classes, and it sort of displays. It's not so much you get more equipment for leveling up. It just merely shows that you're a bit more proficient.
Yeah.
The number increases, the more you show you can actually use that class properly.
Yeah, like you have to earn a certain number of achievements to gain a rank in that class.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. It's just great fun. There's an NTX aspect to it. You can buy cosmetic overrides and upgrade. You can
But there's
also
nothing.
unlock them.
Yeah, but there's nothing you can get in terms of unlocking that would give you an advantage over the ship that your own skill would not give you.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah, there's not like you can buy like special ammo that destroys everything or like a shield that kind of defends you. It's just cosmetic stuff. So
Yeah.
it's entirely frivolous stuff that is fun to have. Like some of the people we've seen dressed up.
Yeah, like that Tash though.
Yeah, the superb steampunk like handlebar Tash.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is making no sense to anyone listening to this. But
No, anyway. Yeah,
I'm sure you're enjoying it. I'll show you images and video in that.
it's great fun.
Yeah, but it's probably the most. Well, I guess I'm not exactly the biggest multiplayer game sort of guy, but this is the most teamwork-centric game I've ever played.
Yeah.
You need to be so kind of in sync and communicating all the time with not only the people on your ship, but the people on the other ships in your team, in order to fully get like a efficient game playing. And then there's all different kinds of ships that are all good at certain things. Like some of them are great at taking damage but can't move very quickly. Some are the opposite. Some are very kind of middle of the road, where they can do everything okay but nothing fantastically. Some of them are like small, can hit hard. Others are large and only have very small guns, and they're just about peppering and annoying.
Yeah.
And it's all just about how good you are at playing the game. And it does that nice thing, like it puts newbies in, and you can play with other people that are of that level and haven't progressed the point. So you're never going to be kind of. It's not like you're going to jump into like arena in some other games and end up just getting schooled by someone who's like level 25 when you're level 1. Yeah, lots of different classes: gunners, engineers, pilots.
Yeah.
Gunners, and again, that's sort of like the terms of difficult progression in terms of classes. Gunners are nice and easy. All you need to do is be jumping on guns, knowing what kind of ammo you need to be using, and just firing when needed. Engineers, they're almost the most essential class, I feel.
Yeah, you need 2 NGs.
Engineers will, I mean, when you take damage, like I said, no characters will take damage, but your ship has multiple components, and those components will take damage. And the more those components take damage, the less efficient and less workable your ship becomes. Like, the guns will go down, so you can't fire. The engines will go down, so you can't move. The balloon will pop, so you'll start sinking. Yeah. And then the whole shield will go down, so eventually your ship will start taking pounding. And once that pounding goes down, you explode. You have to respawn.
Yeah.
And the engineers, like, we tend to prefer playing the engineer. I'm stuck on the engineer because I can't really do anything else too well.
And I would have liked to have stayed as an engineer, but I've had to go. I've had to start the Lewis School of Piloting for Lewis because all the other pilots were just awful.
Just didn't know the ship, didn't know the setups, and wouldn't talk to us either.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
but that's where the communication comes in, because I mean, like, the captain is generally the pilot.
Yeah.
And they have their ship, and they have it set up in a certain way, and they have to know their ship well, and know what it is it does well. It's been a fucking good time. I really fucking enjoyed it.
That's been amazing. We were so manly.
Yeah,
we were streaming the World Cup and blowing up enemies in ships and.
This has been summer of manliness.
Now you're a man.
Yeah, Guns of Icarus is just
amazing.
Yeah, fully recommended that you buy and come play with us, so we can get more crews and have more like fights against other people we know.
Yeah.
Just so we can like berate you over the chat.
Yeah. We'll be like, yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Nice one. Yeah.
think for a minute here, this is sort of where our games kind of playing as sort of diverges slightly into different camps. Did you want to pop off first? Because I know something I can start talking about.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have been taking very tentative steps into the world of MOBAs, which is what everyone seems to be like jizzing. Every company in the world seems to be jizzing themselves about it now. Every IP seems to need to have a MOBA attached to it at some point. Somehow, I don't know what it is. I mean, I know like the original MOBA, which is multiplayer online team arena. That's Motor.
Yeah, that's
Battle Arena.
Battle Arena.
There we go. I don't know. See, this is how early I'm in it. I don't really know what the abbreviation is. Yeah, it started with Defense of the Ancients, which was a StarCraft 1 mod with heroes and stuff like that. And that went, obviously, StarCraft's a very old game. Well, for us anyway. I guess that's what, 10, 15 years? It's an old game. It's like an old PC game, but it's still very good. Yeah. And then, I don't know, that's been sort of sitting as a kind of like a fan-controlled and Blizzard were okay with it existing sort of thing. And then suddenly it just seemed that the model seems to have sort of blown up in the last couple of years. And you've got like, it is like now as they say, an e-sport, which I know is a term that real riles you up.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been in the video games industry a while, I'm passionate about video games and I believe they're a good thing. Like, I think they're the future of entertainment and I believe they are a valid art form. I'm passionately all for games in every single argument, apart from the one where someone tries to call a video game a sport. No.
You consider more of a sport, more of a physical exertion, rather than
sport.
That's skilled as a sport.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't think that shooting targets with a gun should be called a sport either. I mean, there's Olympic shooting. It's a skill. It's a contest of skill shooting a gun. There's a contest of skill playing games. We're not sports. So, I mean, like running, sprinting, 100-meter sprint. That's a sport. That's an athletic endeavour. Football. That's a sport. It's just no. Nope.
No. Well, disagree in the comments if you like, or agree, or let's start a flame war about what's a sport and what isn't. But yeah, obviously the MOBA thing has been taken off. You've got Defense of the Ancients as an actual Dota 2 is an actual like standalone game now. You've got League of Legends. You've got Infinite Crisis, which is a DC-based one where you take. You've got what's the other one? I don't know what the other one is because I've been playing Smite. And the reason I've been playing Smite is it's free to play.
Yeah.
Infinite Crisis as well, but I don't know. There's something about, as much as I like comic books, for some reason like gods and immortals battling each other seems a bit more cooler. Yeah. There's some very, very early in the game, but Smite is like very. I mean, I know it's been like beta for a while, and now it's like official release, and it's very MTX in terms of you get like a. So there's like. There's so many gods. I haven't really seen how many there are. There's over like 30. I swear. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like there's over 30. For the free-to-play model like we are, well, I say we, I am, and we are because you're all going to play this game after this glowing review I'm going to give it. You'll get a set of gods that are in rotation. I think for like a month you'll get like 6 that you can use for free.
Oh. Right.
And then so it'll be, and those change all the time.
Oh,
and then so you can spend like a month playing as one god, or as close as you can to playing as one god, and then if you want to continue playing with a god after their kind of like rotations up, you can buy the god for like gems, which is their like MTX.
Cool.
And you can also buy like cosmetic stuff, like different skins for them. Like there's an Owl Kung, which is like a Chinese dragon. So he's a wind spirit from like Chinese mythology. Yeah. And if one of his like alternate skins is one of those kind of like Chinese festival dragons, all the colours and stuff like that. Like, but there's so many. It pulls for so many mythologies. There's obviously Norse, there's Greek, there's Roman, there's like Chinese mythology, there's Japanese, there's Aztec mythology and stuff like that. I haven't seen Jesus in there yet.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got like Odin and Thor and Ra and all the basically all the cool ones you can think of, and some of the ones you probably wouldn't even like recognise off the top of your head. And they all do different things, and they all have like a certain level of skill. Like, I mean, I'm still playing with the easy mode ones they class as being easy, but there's some ones which are just kind of like it's for the skilled player. And I think what is encourage people to play Smite other than the free to play is that it's very similar to games that people would have played like online. Like it feels a lot like when we used to do like Battlegrounds, I want to say that, right? And like stuff in WoW, you know, when you play, it feels like that because it's team-based, but it has that kind of strategic MOBA placement that has come to sort of like that could be a staple of the genre. About it's got lanes, it's got towers, it's got jungle, it's got stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I know you're not that enthused with the MOBA. No. It just doesn't sort of sit well with your kind of gaming sensibilities when it comes to, especially comes to leveling up. You don't like the fact that it all happens in half an hour and it's gone again.
Yeah, I don't like working towards something that goes away. It just seems like a waste of time to me.
Yeah.
And to me, kill-death statistics aren't just that. That's just... So.
I think it's about the closest you can get to kind of mixing that WoW long-term progression thing with the kind of instant multiplayer gratification you get from like Call of Duty. Yeah, it's like a hybrid, but
for me those are two completely different game types, and I don't want them mixed. Like if I want the sort of instant gratification scoreboard thing, I'll play Team Fortress 2 because it's clearly the best and most fun game like that to play in the world ever, and none of these MOBAs or anything can ever come close to it. It's the best, most fun game ever. And if I want long-term progression, I'll play an MMO with long-term progression. It's like those two, I'm rarely in the mood to say, I want to work really hard at something and have some of it stay, but some of it go. That's just like, that's a MOBA. That's what it is. It's like, I want to work really, really hard on a sandcastle, and then I'm going to smash all of the sandcastle and keep the shell. Like, that's what it is.
Just this piece.
Yeah, just like one shell that you used for a window. It's like, yay, got another shell. Yeah, well done, nice one. Right,
I'll put this in my shell collection.
Yeah, smash the castle, start again.
This will be a badge to show that I've been indeed made sandcastles before.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's a nice analogy. I like that. So I'm still like, I've played it for like maybe like 6 hours. Yeah. I'm still pretty bad. But luckily I'm still only playing with like new players, so we're all pretty awful. We're equally as awful, so it makes for even games.
Yeah,
which is nice, you know.
Like the start of Guns of Icarus.
Very much like the start of Guns of Icarus.
Whereas now we're clearly epic pros.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you guys have learned my captain's lingo pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Shoot them from the right ship gun side.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'm licking the engine as we speak is one of my favourite ones.
That's a good time. You should all play Guns of Icarus.
Yeah, come just stop listening. No, don't wait for this podcast to finish, then go buy it.
Download it while you're listening to it.
Yeah, I'm sure you can put internet that handles that, right? Everyone's got internet that handles that. Not everyone runs on like gerbils and wheels anymore, do they?
No.
They're like,
there's some places like RB Park in Cambridge, Orchard Park in Cambridge, that their internet is mostly delivered by carrier pigeon, but even they've got air broadband coming now, so you know.
It's fancy. I see how they're really kind of pushing it forward now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Is it Google ones? Is it Google Birds?
I don't know. I think they've put a tin can telephone in now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, nice.
I hope that's not going to reflect on the amount that you get charged for it now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh god, I should stop ripping on them. Yeah, I've got some friends who live there, they're going to be upset. I've done this 3 times now.
That's it, that's hit where it really hurts, the internet connection speeds. Yes, so Smite.
Yeah.
Sometimes not a sport. There we go.
Yeah. Fun time.
Fun time's not a sport.
Just another box blurb.
Yeah, no, well, this just what the whole episode we've got box blurb.
Yeah, box blurb.
No, podcast number 3, box blurb.
Exactly.
Have you got anything else? What ones you want to switch on?
I've been picking up some games that I've owned a while, haven't played. Ni no Kuni, love it, absolutely brilliant. Don't want to spoil much about it, but basically the best single player game that's ever happened. The art in it is, a lot of the art is done by Studio Ghibli. The animation's beautiful, the art style is like playing an anime game. Stunningly beautiful game. The main gameplay kind of takes the best elements of Final Fantasy and mixes them with the best elements of Pokemon. So it's a Studio Ghibli Final Fantasy Pokemon. I don't know what else you want. Like,
audio in English and in Japanese.
Yeah.
There you go. You're not a dub fan, and you can have the subs going.
Yeah. It's fantastic. I don't want to talk about it too much. Like I said, it's a very story-based game. Spoiling too much about it, ruining a bit. I've been playing that. It's also quite old, so I won't go on about it because most people probably played it.
So I go. Shall I read you a box blurb? Yes, we're here.
Box blurb.
Step into an animated role-playing masterpiece. Experience a magical journey of a young boy named Oliver, who enters a beautiful and dangerous parallel world in an attempt to save his mother.
That was a bit like, Rob Schneider is a young little boy.
I think that's what it. I think I tried to go trade a voice and ended up with Rob Schneider.
Oh, I'm a carrot. Yeah.
Herky dirky diddly burp.
Exactly.
So there you go, Nino Cody, herky dirky diddly burp.
No, Cody.
No, Cody. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nino Cody.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Studio Ghibli. Please forgive me, Miyazaki. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think I can't really sort of fault your. I can't really sort of call to question your love for Studio Ghibli as you're currently sitting in a My Neighbor Totoro t-shirt
Right.
with a laptop that has a My Neighbor Totoro wallpaper on it.
Yeah, it's amazing. Love it.
And you did enter my house there, punching me in the face and screaming "How's your flying castle?"
just random.
That was you using up the last of your smack, wasn't it?
Yeah. Punch in the face, How's moving castle. just random violence followed by shouting out the Studio Ghibli title. That's basically.
That's how everyone should enter a room.
That's how I say hello. I mean,
I don't know what you guys are like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's been cool. That's been pretty much.
I mean, this is still pre-owned, but it's still sealed. So one day I'll get around to playing this.
Yeah, that's been pretty much it on the gaming front for me.
I've one game that I guess isn't. It might be available. I think it should be available, but hopefully I'll get this up soon. Yeah. So it should be available as we speak. But a game by one of the newer kind of openings from Ubisoft's artsy-fartsy division.
Ubisoft.
They made Child of Light, which all those presumptuous art folk seem to be kind of like sucking their own dicks about at the moment. But they're bringing out, and I've got it kind of downloading hopefully by the time this releases, Valiant Hearts. Valiant Hearts is I don't even know what kind of game it is, I'll be honest. It's just like, seriously, it's just the concept and the art style seems to have sold it to me before I even know what the game is. Oh, there's a little sneeze.
I did a sneeze.
Pockets.
We got rained on earlier. It was bollocks.
It was bollocks.
It was totally.
We got literally bollocks rained upon us, or was that the smack? I can't tell anymore.
I think you're suffering withdrawal. It was rain. It was just water. Don't worry, it's fine.
Good. Anyway, so now we're going to some artsy game. We're going to talk about bollocks coming from the sky. Valiant Hearts. It's not that, I promise. Valiant Hearts is kind of like, it's 2D game, but it's based during the First World War in the trenches, and it's based on stories from letters from soldiers that sent them back during the First World War. So they were fighting in the trenches at the time, and it's based on like a lot of the stories and a lot of the things that were written in those letters. And it consists of 5 different characters. There's 4 humans and a dog, and it's about the friendship and everything else. And if you ever watch the trailer for it, like it just feels central. Like it's one of those games. I think it's made to try and kind of pull at heartstrings.
Right, I'll make a deal with you.
Yeah.
You play through it.
Yeah.
If the dog dies, I'm not playing it, and it can fuck off.
Right. Okay.
All right, deal.
Deal.
All right, cool.
Dog. It's going to be just kind of like Team Ico games. If it's cute or animal-like and a companion, it'll probably die at some point.
That tends to be the rule in. If dog dies, it can fuck off.
Valiant Hearts, dog dies, fuck off. That's it. But yeah, Valiant Hearts, I'm looking forward to it, and UbiArts continue to sort of release games at the moment that I seem to be kind of jizzing about before I even get anywhere near them or know entirely what they're like, just purely for the art styles. So I don't know whether that says good or bad things about the games and indeed my tastes, or I'm just swayed by art rather than by gameplay itself.
In all fairness, that's what happened with me. That's almost what happened with me and Ni no Kuni, except I knew that the gameplay was going to be solid because it's by level 5.
Yeah, fucking level 5.
Yeah, they made Dark Chronicle, best game ever made.
They made Rogue Galaxy, which is a fucking amazing game.
Yeah,
I think we kind of like... We generally seem to sort of like grovel and kind of talk whimsically about level 5 in almost every podcast we do. Every single time we bring them up, we just kind of go...
level 5.
Level 5.
The fleeting romances we have.
Yeah.
I say romance.
White Knight Chronicles, which we talked about before, was one of theirs, wasn't it? White Knight Chronicles, which was level 5, which is what we talked about that before as well.
Yeah, and that was good as well. It's still not as good as Dark Chronicle.
If you want to hear our thoughts about those games, why don't you go listen to our old podcast? I'll annotate them somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll leave the links. Just listen to all our stuff. Like it, favourite, subscribe it. Just throw it at people in the street.
Send us money or booze.
Yeah, preferably both.
Yeah.
Or vodka with gold pieces in it.
Yeah.
Großlager.
Goldschlager. It cuts your throat.
There you go. More
Another
box
box blurb, yeah.
Is there anything else?
Game, yeah, I think I'm all pumped out. I mean, obviously we've both been playing Pokemon.
Obviously, I mean, I think we've been holding off for that for a while.
Yeah,
That's going to be
yeah.
a big section.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have introduced some of the stuff we're going to do.
Yeah.
No, we're going to read into it
Yeah,
because
we are.
this is the fun. We're going to combine something that's current and
Yeah.
eventful at the moment with something that we love.
Yeah.
But we're going to give a little setup for it first to explain why this idea came around.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please join us for the first sort of kind of maybe annual Pokemon FIFA World Cup.
Yeah. So, the reason this came around is because this year,
Obviously a World Cup year.
yeah,
That helps.
and
Obviously, and football or soccer, depending on how wrong you are, is indeed. Oh god, I wish I hadn't done that. I don't want to start that argument.
what
It's all valid, regardless of where you are.
No, what argument?
Okay,
You
yeah.
just stated a fact. It's called football. We
Yeah.
invented it.
If you're confused about which football I'm talking about, it's soccer. So there you go.
It's the one where you use your foot on the ball.
Predominantly.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what is it? I've already started this argument. I've started this argument with you.
Exactly.
By yeah,
playing devil's advocate, or as I like to call it,
I am so fucking censoring that. You have no idea how hard I'm censoring that. And football is indeed the world's game. Every single nation in the world plays it. It's one of the few world tournaments, but it can be participated by with every nation in the world. That is at least accepted by FIFA.
yeah.
So, even like Gibraltar recently now has a full national team. Gibraltar, a rock in the middle of the water, has
Aren't there only 11 people in Gibraltar?
most of them live in
Brilliant.
Guernsey.
Right, so we've alienated Americans.
Yep.
We've alienated people who don't like swearing.
Yeah. People
All
from-
11 people in Gibraltar. Wow.
all 15 people on the island of Guernsey.
Awesome.
A couple of Shetland
Yeah.
ponies.
Yeah.
that have come across this. We're doing good.
We are. It's
Lots,
all
lots
good.
blurbs and insults.
So yeah.
Christ, I'm really getting sidetracked on this
Yeah.
thing.
Anyway, so the reason this has come about
Is because why would we include gaming and football together other than the obvious FIFA, add-on for the World Cup game that they're going to pump out every year, which is could be basically DLC.
Yeah.
Well, it's because Japan, bless Japan. Now
All hail Japan.
yeah, everyone needs advertising. It generates so much business for the World Cup, for nation things. And what you really need, what you can really do with, is a really good mascot, someone that you can really get behind. And Japan suddenly had the bright spark thing. Well, hang on, we've already got a world-renowned mascot that we can use. Freaking Pikachu.
Yeah.
So Pikachu is, as I'm sure you already know, the official mascot for the Japan World Cup tournament, and there's posters of him in the Japanese kit, along with a lot of all the new Pokemon in the team.
The plane they flew in on.
It's
it was
Poke-based.
beautiful.
I know, right? It's just I'll try and find an image of it and put it up. But look at it. Look how amazing that is. Wouldn't you want to just fly in that plane in general?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
But also, very nicely, the video games has also taken Game Freak has taken fully on to kind of supporting this. Japan only, unfortunately, like a lot of the cool stuff.
Yeah.
But you could get during the World Cup an event Pikachu from any of the Pokemon centers that are around Japan. This Pikachu is level 22, which is the same number as the the captain for the Japan team. I haven't done my research, so I haven't looked up his name. I'll try and seamlessly edit it in there, sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Put it on the screen.
Yeah, no, there he is. There he is.
Yeah.
There he is. He's that. That's so it's level 22 to symbolise that, and it also knows the move Mega Kick,
Which is
because which is just beautiful. I mean, obviously, in competitive ideals, it's garbage.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
as a novel idea, I think it's got like a special ribbon to kind of commemorate the entry in the World Cup and the fact that Pikachu's now playing football for them.
Totally. It's just beautiful.
So we got to thinking ideas like, why couldn't they do that for everyone? Why couldn't we have like a national animal released in our region
Yeah,
with like some
national
gimmicky
Pokemon.
moves that would have like numbers of the captains around there? Like as an English people, we could have like Pyroar.
Yeah.
That'd be like number 7 or number 4, I guess, actually, because that's Gerard's number.
Yeah.
And then like the USA could have like a Braviary and stuff like that. And then we kind of really extrapolated on the idea. It's like, what Pokemon could we use to play football? Make a team that would actually work.